In this video, I'm going to show you how to go from ChatGPT beginner to experts following my simple 5-step prompting process and why 99% of you suck at using AI. And by the end of this video, you're going to be able to auto-generate a 10 email nurture sequence that sounds like you and sells in autopilot, reverse engineer any competitor's best contents, we're talking reels, shorts, YouTube scripts, etc., ethically hijack it, and then spin it into your own content, but 10 times faster. And then finally, laser target every deep pain point and desire straight from your market, so every headline, every hook, and piece of copy you write hits like it was written inside your customer's own brain. So if you're a course creator, a coach, or digital product seller who is struggling to actually make sales and building marketing assets is a pain in your butts, I have made this video entirely for you. But I've also made it for myself. After 10 years of selling over $25 million of our own courses, I have spent literally thousands of hours building marketing assets from scratch. But if you apply everything I teach you and give away in this video, you're going to leave with more tangible marketing assets in 30 minutes than any $3,000 plus coach could give you in a month. And that's a bold claim, but I gave this training to a live audience of 150 course creators last week. I'll let their reactions speak for themselves, but some people felt this one training was worth more than an entire year of software subscriptions. So first, let's start with what the 5-step prompting process is, and then I'll jump into 3 real-life applications on how to use it. All right, first with the what. This is a 5-step process I've developed called Craft. This is, in my opinion, the only way to communicate with AI. And it doesn't matter, by the way, what AI software you choose to use, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek, Gemini, and the dozens of other tools that are gonna come out here in the next couple of years. If you wanna get golden outputs that is 10 times better than what the average AI user is getting, but specifically using it for marketing assets to sell your course and other stuff, you have to use the Craft framework. And starting with C, you have character. You first have to give AI the brain. You are a copywriter. You are a pro golfer. You are a blank. This tells AI exactly how to think and what knowledge it needs to access in its ginormous database. Second, you got to give it the results. In other words, you have to clearly state what your end goal is in one line. I want 15 hook ideas, or I want an HTML code, or I want a 7-day content schedule. Third, we have my personal favorite and what I think is the most important part if you want to get really, really good prompts and amazing outputs, and that is assets. AI's output is only as good as your inputs. Half the time I talk to you creators, when you say,
AI sucks, it gives me generic poo-poo.
It's like, no, you are the poo-poo. You're not giving it good stuff, and so it's outputting garbage, right? So this is examples, it's context. Here is 100 proven hook templates, or here's 50 recorded calls with my customers. That is assets and that is data. Fourth is the formats. Define exactly how you want your final output to be given to you. Do you want a bullet point list, a graph, a CSV file, an image? AI is pretty amazing. It can do pretty much whatever you want. You just got to tell it what the format is. And then fifth, this is actually an optional thing, but I love to do this. It's called tweak. This is where your prompts become Harry Potter level, where if you want to become a better prompter, once your output is perfect, just ask AI, rewrite a better prompt that would have gotten me to the same exact point in outputs, but faster the next time. But that is the craft process. That is the what. Now let's get into the fun, juicy stuff, which is actually using this craft process to create some absolutely amazing outputs. So for each actual practical use case, I'm going to show you what a noob prompt looks like using the noob framework and why most of your outputs suck with AI. And I'm going to compare that to what an expert prompt looks like using the craft prompting process and how you can copy and paste everything I'm doing and even download the dozens of resources I'm about to give you in this video. The applications for this craft prompting process are endless, but in this video, I'm gonna distill it down to just 3 practical applications that will give you actual tangible results that you can use in your marketing today. First, I'm gonna show you how I write all of my hooks with this process. We have spent over $2.5 million on ads testing thousands of hooks. Over the last 10 years, we have generated hundreds of millions of views between multiple different brands. And as a part of the A part of the framework, the assets, I'm actually gonna give you what I've distilled over the last 10 years of my 100 most used hook templates, along with the 10 hook formats that you can pretty much put any hook into, which is going to force AI to give you absolute golden output for your hooks. Second is what I call content hacking. This allows you to ethically hijack any of your favorite creators out there in the world and how to literally create a brain that will write content exactly how you like it with whichever styles that you like using a repeatable and proven copywriting process. I'm gonna show you how to develop that with this craft framework. And then third is email writing and email marketing. I say this a lot, but your email list is literally your permission to print money. We have sent over 100 million emails over the last 10 years. We have an email list of over 1 million subscribers. And when I say print money, I mean it. Every Black Friday with just our email list alone, by running a 1-week blast for Black Friday, we generate over $500,000 in sales. So yes, email email marketing is extremely important, and I'm going to show you how to build a 10 email sequence using this prompting process. So starting with application number 1 is hook writing. Hooks are the lifeblood of your business. If you don't nail the first 1 to 3 seconds of your video, you might as well throw the rest of it in the trash. And for this application, I'm going to use a post-birth fitness for women course as an example. Now, what I found with creators is most of you are using what I call the noob framework. And be honest, when you look at this prompt on the screen, how many of you guys prompt AI like this or something similar to this? Give me some hook ideas for a video about helping moms lose baby weight. This prompting sucks. So let's fix it with the craft framework. Starting with C, the character. Okay, give it a clear expert persona to think from. So I'm going to say, you are a direct response copywriter and a viral video script doctor who specializes in writing the first 5 seconds, or the hooks, for short form videos. You obsess over high retention and know every persuasion trigger that resonates with postpartum women. Wow, do you feel the difference? Let's keep going. Result, state the single precise outcome you want. In this case, I want 100 fresh hook ideas for a fitness guru who helps women lose baby weight in the first 6 months after birth. Okay, again, very specific. Next, we've got assets. Oh man, this is where I just drool. I mean, this is like most of you are missing the mark on this. This is the data and the examples to get really exceptional outputs. If there's one part of this craft framework to nail, it is this one, the assets. And throughout this whole training, every single asset I give you is actually linked below in this description. Just let me know the best email to send them to. There's a lot that I go through in this video. Instead of just asking AI to write me hooks, I, and now you, starting today, are going to give it my proven 100 verbal hook templates that, again, we have spent over $2.5 million testing. This is 10 years in the making, along with the 10 hook formats. I'm confident that every hook on planet Earth can fit into one of these 10 categories here, and that's really good for AI to give it a way to think. You're condensing all of its crazy thoughts out there and giving it some direction here with those good assets. And then third is perhaps one of the most powerful documents you can make when talking to AI. It's what I call the 360 avatar templates. I've made this, again, all the links are in the description below. Making this one document here deserves a whole training on its own, but essentially what this is whenever you go and you write a prompt to AI, most of you are starting from zero every single time. Hi AI, I am a doctor who specializes in heart diseases. I would like you to blah, blah, blah. Stop giving it context every time you write a prompt. You should only have to write who you are, what you sell, what your offers are, what your market's pain points are, their desires, everything that AI needs to know about who you're targeting, who your market is, who your avatar is. Write it down once. Put it on one piece of document here. This is the template I've made for you to follow. This contains 15 of the most important data points that AI needs to know about your markets to be able to write laser targeted copy for you. Things like your story, right? AI can't make up a story for you. Your product and your offer. What prices are you selling things at? What's your overall offer? Your market's biggest fears, pain points, their doubts, their biggest dreams, desires. What is your authority, your credibility? What are some of your competitors or other influencers? What are your market's demographics and psychographics? What's your market's values and beliefs? What transformation are you selling? What media does your market consume? What are some common objections they have? Why is your offer different? How does it differentiate? Your preferred tone of communication. This document here is absolute gold. I combine that with all my assets. Whenever I have it write any piece of marketing material for me, I always start with this one document here. Once you fill it out, you just click on Command A, you copy everything here, and next time you want AI to do anything for you, you just click on Command V and you send it. You're done. And by the way, last little advice here, to make this 360-degree avatar templates, you can actually use ChatGPT's deep research. This is a new feature. You can click right here, click on deep research, and you can actually copy this entire avatar template. And you can say something like, hey chat, I want you to fill in this template from my markets. Here are the 15 different categories that I need you to fill in. I am targeting postpartum moms who just gave birth and want to lose weight. And then you just say, fill in this whole template here. You paste that. It's going to ask a couple more questions here, and it will just write this thing for you. It will just auto-populate whatever you need in here for you. Okay, so that's the asset for this particular prompt. I'm writing hooks. I'm going to give it these 3 documents and paste that into my prompt. So I'm going to say something like, use these resources when creating the hooks. Pasted below. 100 proven hook templates, 10 types of hooks, and my avatar of woman fully explained. Then we move into formats, right? Specify exactly how the response should be delivered to you. So I'm going to say, return the answer as a markdown table with 2 columns. Framework on the one side and the hook with less than 14 words on the other side. Okay, and then lastly, we have tweak. And again, tweak is actually an optional step here. Once you get good enough at writing prompts, you aren't going to need this tweak step anymore. But again, most of you are just so bad at writing these prompts. It's very helpful to just ask AI, after you deliver this table, rewrite this entire prompt so that next time I can get the same or better outputs in one shot. You'll be blown away at the quality of prompt AI can actually put out for you, and it will help to train your brain in figuring out, oh, that's how I should be talking to AI and not like a noob. This is the final craft prompt here. Do you see the difference between this and the noob prompt? You should not be surprised at this point as to why your output using the noob framework is just terrible. You lazily threw together a 15-word prompt that took no thought, you have no assets, you're not giving it any format, no direction, no context, and no wonder it's giving you a very generic and super vague outputs that's not even very useful for you. So now let me show you the before and after, okay? This is what most of your output looks like. This is the hook ideas it gave me. Baby's first word. Wow, mom, here's why. Like, what is that? That's not a hook. Like, this is terrible. And I'm sad that most of you using AI have this experience and you're like, wow, what's all the hype about AI? This sucks. It's like, no freak, this sucks. This is awful. Car seat in one hand, confidence in the other. What? I'm never gonna say that at the beginning of an Instagram reel, right? This is just awful hook outputs. Now, enter the craft framework. This is the output it gave me here. And I asked for a lot here. This is 100 hook templates. You don't have to go that extensive, but look at this. Stop comparing to celebrities because their bounce back tricks cheat you. Doing crunches too early actually widens your tummy gap. Here's how to lose 2 jean sizes before baby starts crawling. My goodness, can you feel the difference? And folks, that is just use case number 1 of writing hooks. Let's jump into use case number 2, which is content hacking or hijacking. Have you ever followed somebody online, including myself, and felt like, man, I wish I could write content just like him or her. I've been following them on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. I just want to write hooks like them. I want to write content like them. I like the style, I like the tone. I like their overall story framework that they follow. I don't know what it is, but I want to follow it. Well, folks, today's your lucky day. I'm going to show you exactly how to use the craft framework to do that and to do it ethically to write your content ideas for Instagram reels, for YouTube, for emails. I mean, you can do it for anything. And this is how you can use competitors' hard work to your advantage. So again, starting with C, the character. You are a competitive analysis copywriter and Instagram Reels strategist who deconstructs winning videos to distill repeatable frameworks, hooks, and tonal patterns. R, results. Create a proven step-by-step framework I can follow to script reels that mirror my competitor style, including their 5 most frequent video types, core narrative structures, most used hook formats, and CTA styles. And then assets, my favorite part of this whole process. Again, link to download everything I'm gonna give you here. So here's my process for how I feed AI really good assets and how you can ethically hijack a competitor's writing style. Let's use Neil Patel for this example here. But again, this applies to anybody. Just find a creator that you like. And first, you're gonna use this tool on Chrome. It's free. It's called the Mass Downloader for Instagram. Once you add that to your Chrome, this thing is baller. It pops up here on the top left. I click on that and I like to download at least the last 200 videos from this competitor or this person online. I click on download by sequence and he's got 2,035 videos here. So I'm going to enter 1835. That's the last 200 videos. I click on download and it is going to download the last 200 videos from this person's profile. And it's going to put it into one glorious folder. This is an example of all of my videos. If you were to download all of my content on Instagram, this is what it looks like. But we've got ourselves a bit of a problem. I can't just give AI 200 video MP4 files and say, go. Doesn't work like that. AI is a text-driven piece of technology. We have to first transcribe all these videos into text formats. And to do that, I use this software called Trint.com. I am not affiliated with this company. I just use it. This is a mass transcription tool. It does cost money. It's a paid tool. There are a lot of other free transcription services you can get. The free ones just don't mass transcribe it like this one does. That's why I like this. Is I can upload 200 plus videos all at one time. I come in here, I select that one folder. Once you've got all of your videos, you upload them, and then it just transcribes all of them. It takes less than 15 minutes. I select them all right here, I click export, and I download it as a VTT file, which essentially looks like this. It's just a single text file with the timestamps of when things were said, but you can also use SRT or TXT. Those work fine. I like to have the timestamps, and so either SRT or VTT is my recommendation. And then once you grab that, you're gonna have all these individual VTT files right here. I've got 200 of them, right? And the next step is I combine them all into one single TXT file, which is what you see here. This is my personal TXT file of all of my content on my Instagram channel. That is a lot of text, a lot of copy to give over to AI, but this is good assets. This is exceptional inputs to give to AI to then produce exceptional outputs. Once you have your extracted and downloaded transcriptions from any of your competitors, the second asset I like to use again is the 360-degree avatar templates. I use that for all my prompts, especially when I'm writing copy. But then the third one I'm going to use is this framework example right here. So again, you have to give AI something to look at. If you want to have your output in a specific way, you got to give it some examples, some context. This is the context here. I want it to extract this person's video types, right? What are the different video types they're making on a daily basis? And then I want you to write me a repeatable copywriting framework for each of those category types. Okay, so the A part of my prompt here is going to say, attached below is a TXT file containing 200 transcriptions of one of my competitors who I want you to study, analyze, and create a framework from. Attached is my target avatar and everything you need to know about them. And finally, I give you an example of how I want the final framework to be formatted, which kind of hints at the F part of this framework. For format, I say, give me the outputs in a markdown table, video type, hook styles, and example scripts. For each video type, give me a written framework breaking down exactly how to replicate it. And of course, the optional tweak at the end of that prompt. Put it all together, character, the results, the assets that I gave you with the amazing 200 plus transcriptions from one of your competitors or someone you look up to online, the formats and the tweaking, you get this one beautiful final prompt and final output here. We're gonna copy that exact thing, throw it into ChatGPT or DeepSeek, whatever you use. Again, the difference in output is not even on the same planet, but we haven't even gotten into my favorite application and use case here for the craft prompting process, and that is email writing. Alrighty, the last and perhaps my most favorite part of using the craft framework is writing email nurture sequences. Now, I'm gonna show you how to write one email. You can repeat this process to create 10 emails, 60 emails if you want to. Email marketing is one of the most overlooked and yet the most effective driver for revenue in our businesses. We do over $500,000 on Black Friday alone just from sending an email blast to our list, but Black Friday only works if you've been nurturing people for many, many months. So let's go into how to write a nurture sequence. For this example, let's pull out good old Dave Ramsey. Better than I deserve.
I'm better than I deserve.
So if I was a personal budgeting coach who was trying to help people get out of debt like Dave Ramsey, and I wanted to make an email, an extremely powerful nurture email sequence, I would first start with the character. You are a world-class direct response email copywriter who specializes in personal finance courses and can adapt any competitor style into high open nurture emails. Our result, give me 10 magnetic subject lines plus a 250 to 300 word nurture email for my target market using the Lego writing framework and one of the 5 email types. Now, what is the Lego framework? What are those 5 email types? That is the assets. This is our framework that we develop and we teach inside of Course Creator 360. When you join a subscription, we give you dozens of our most proven email templates along with this system and framework that you can use. And of course, our software, Course Creator 360, sends all those emails. It's a CRM and automates all these sequences for you. You can use our plug and play automations, but after sending hundreds of millions of nurture sequence emails, every one of the emails that we send falls into one of these 4 categories: a lead in email, an engage email, a guide email, an offer email. And this document breaks down exactly what those emails are, what percentage are engage emails, what percentage are guide emails, and so on. We go deep into the purpose of each of these emails, the ingredients contained in each of those emails, the common variations of those emails, and then a plug and play templates to show the framework of how to write the email. And that's for all 4 of them. Within each of those 4 different email types, you've got 5 email copy frameworks: SLO, BAB, PAS, the 4 Ps, and ADA. Now again, you don't have to know any of this. It just can go in one ear out the other because all you're doing is giving it to AI who's going to use this as the framework. It's proven to work. We've already done the hard work. You can just give it our brain that we're giving to you with these assets, and you're gonna get a 10 times better outputs than using the noob framework by saying, "Hi, I'm a personal finance coach. Do write me an email," and you're gonna see the difference in just 1 minute. The last piece of data I like to give though, similar to how you content hijacked other people's content on Instagram. Again, not copying and pasting. We're not plagiarizing. We're taking all of the emails, we're taking all the content we can get and then creating a system from it. Well, same thing here. I'm going to give you in this document here all of my personal emails, and then I've grabbed 2 creators that I like, Alex Hormozi and Matt Gray. There are literally thousands of newsletters that you can join and sign up for. Go back to your email inbox if you got them, just copy and paste all those emails, throw them in the ChatGPT, and then create a framework from those. If you like someone's writing style, again, take their writing style, give it to AI, and the output is gonna look pretty darn similar, if not identical to their style, but completely original and authentic to you. Again, all these swipe files I give away for free. I should absolutely charge for these. Just click the link in the description. Let me know where to send it to your email. I send it over, no strings attached, and you can start getting my email nurture sequences that I'm sending to you, or opt out, whatever you want to do. And my nurture sequences are going to try to get you to join my software, which is where I give you hundreds of other templates and resources just like this one, along with this software that actually gives you every tool that you need to create, market, and sell an online course. I'm just telling you guys exactly how I market to you because guess what? It works, and it's how we sold over $25 million in online courses. I'm just very transparent about how I market to you so you can recognize it and go, oh, you know what? Stockton's doing exactly what he's teaching to me. I see what you did there. And if it works on you, you better believe it's going to work on your customers too, because I sell to marketers, which happen to be one of the most difficult markets to market to because they're the most aware. But with this document, along with the 360-degree avatar sheet that I give it, this time the avatar being for a personal finance guru, the prompt is use the Lego framework attached below, along with the 5 email type framework. And again, use my avatar sheet to know exactly who you're writing this email to. The format, give me only 2 things in this order. 1, a numbered list of 10 subject lines, and 2, the email body written line by line spaced out for readability purposes. And then tweak again as an option here. Again, here is each of those 5 elements of that prompt spelled out separately. When we combine all of those, it makes this one beautiful prompt right here. And again, folks, do you see the difference. Check out the noob framework on the right-hand side. I know this is many of you here. I'm a financial expert. Write me an email nurture sequence. Here is the output using that noob framework. Again, maybe some of you reading this might think, oh, it's not too bad. No, I've been writing emails for a long time. This is not a good email. I've not used this. It's just generic. It's fluffy. It's way too long. I mean, I would never send an email this bloated. It's kind of formatted weird. It's just missing so much direction. Again, AI is lost. It's just waiting for you to tell it what to do. And because it has no other direction other than write me an email, it's just going to pull something out of its butts and it's like 30% good. Now enter the output from the craft framework. Again, same model. I'm using ChatGPT 03, which at the time of recording is the most advanced model that OpenAI has. The model did not change. The AI software is the same. It doesn't matter which platform you use. The only difference was my prompt. And check this out. 10 really well-written subject lines, but most of all, an email that mimics the exact style that I was going for. I want this to be more of a shorter email. This is what I wanted. And because I fed it good outputs, it had great direction and it knew exactly what to create. And I am stoked with the outputs. It's super well written. I mean, you can read this copy. Copy's kind of a relative, subjective area. But point is that you can really finagle and finesse AI to write exactly how you want it to with a good prompt. So at the beginning of this video, I promised you that you were gonna walk away by the end of this video with an auto-generated 10 email sequence. You now have all the tools to do so. And I just whipped up my first one in literally 30 seconds. I told you I'd teach you how to reverse engineer anybody's content online. Take your favorite competitors, steal their brains, and then write content for you. And in general, how to write exceptional hooks, exceptional headlines, copy to laser target every desire, every pain point that your market has, and to do it 100% of the time when you use AI. AI does not have to be throwing darts in the dark. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. It should feel like every single time you talk to AI, it's like having a full-time copywriter in your pockets. My only challenge to you is to actually do something with all of this information I just gave you. And you go on your life, you consume a bunch of other contents, and you never apply anything. Please just use this. Write at least one email. Write yourself 10 amazing good hooks. Go and scrape one of your competitors or one influencer that you look up to who has great contents, steal that brain, steal the system, and start writing content for your own stuff. And if this video is helpful and you want 100 times more stuff like this, all of our most proven funnel templates, website templates, email nurture sequence templates, you want every piece of education that we have on how to build, market, and sell your online course, how we have sold over $25 million in courses between 2 different businesses, how we film the content, how we edit it, how we market it, how we advertise on Facebook, YouTube, both paid advertising, organic advertising, how you build a team, how you scale, how you hire VAs, how do you get your very first sale, how do you validate your course idea in the first place. If you want 24/7 support from real humans with 58-second response times, and you want to join over 4,000 other creators, you can click below to join a 30-day free trial to Course Creator 360. I'm giving you away a tiny little sliver of the piece of pie that is included in the full subscription. You can keep getting free content from me here on YouTube. I'd be more than happy to give it away. But if you want to dive in head first, click below, join the free trial, and we'll see you inside. Go wild.